What's up? This is the YEEZY SP-06. I bought these through Los Angeles Archive, LAA, and really because they look exactly the same. There are a couple of things on here that I want to check out, but I'm pretty sure that these are legit. Yeah, there's just a couple of things I want to focus on so that y'all can kind of fact check me. For lack of better words. But yeah, got these a couple days ago, well, a day ago, yesterday. They were ordered on January the 3rd. They were shipped on January the 7th, and they were delivered on January the 9th. So 6 days from the moment I placed the order to it arriving at my front door. I got a size 1, and they're big. They're pretty big. I think it's best that we get like kind of straight into sizing, but just about the material, they should be just normal cotton and whatnot. There's no materials tag, but you can see the size tag right there, number 1. And then you should see made in the USA on the other side of that as well. And I have my Gosha Heather joggers also in a size 1 right next to it. And these have the same exact tag in the same exact spot, and I bought these off of YEEZY.com itself when they were still called the Heather Gray Joggers and not the SP-1s or whatever the heck they're called right now. And yeah, these are both like not cotton. Well, I think cotton is a type of fleece. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're both fleece material, and they're both a really smooth texture on the outside. Like so, very smooth fleece cotton texture on the outside, and then they are more rough and thick and insulated on the inside. So these are both very warm garments. Overall, the stitching looks okay. It looks fine. This is the first time I'm noticing like that inner layer right here, but I mean, that's nothing to complain about, honestly, just an observation. Overall quality is looking good, as all clothing, well, most clothing through YEEZY.com is. The pockets look, that looks okay. That should be okay, fine. Little pipeline right there, stitch, really nice, really nice. Inside of the pocket as well, all stitched up, looking really good, high quality. And we love pockets on YEEZY clothing. I'll show you in a second, but here is the compressed bottom right there. The stitching on the inside's looking pretty good as well. And then you have like this one enormous seam that kind of goes through the crotch area from the inseam. It all continues all the way down to the heel. And then you have this one seam on the back. And that's it. There's no like outer seam. It's a very simple construction. Less to get wrong, we'll have to say. But yeah, and yeah, pockets. We're happy we have pockets. I got the original Vulture's pant on right now, actually, and these don't have pockets. So yeah, we like pockets on YEEZY clothing. It's a very luxury feature on later YEEZY stuff. So let's do some measurements because this is large. It kind of works out in some ways. It kind of doesn't work out in other ways, and I'll get to that. This is not really a first impressions video. This is more of a 24-hour / first impressions video. So Chai, if you wouldn't mind to excuse me a little bit, and we will just, for simplicity's sake, do the measurements on the ground in this case. I'll try to zoom in a bit so y'all can see better. Perfect. As perfect as can be, honestly. All right, let's see, measuring tape. Chai, for some reason, is near obsessed with smelling these pants. He doesn't care about he doesn't care about the Heather Gray. He doesn't care about the JC2. He doesn't care about the Vulture's pant. For some reason, he's so fixated on sniffing this SP-06. I don't know what it is about the material, but Chai, if you wouldn't mind, please let me do some measurements. Thank you. Excuse me. All right, and let me make sure this is all in frame so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, overall length, we'll start with that in inches. Overall length, not including the dog, from the waist down the leg, we're looking at about 41.75 inches in overall length. When we look at the inseam, try to straighten this out as much as I can. Inseam, this is going to be rough, very rough right here. Inseam, look at it about 29.5 on the inseam. It's just so, like, look at the way this thing is shaped. It just kind of like, what if I just straighten it out? What if I just give it a hard line? Chai, dude, excuse me. All right, let's measure it this way and see if it's still 29.5. Inseam, maybe right at 29. No, that's probably like 29.5. We'll say 29.5 on the inseam. So 42 length, yeah, 42 length, 29.5 on the inseam. I'm sorry, 41. Yeah, 40, okay, yeah, so 41.75 on the length, 29.5 on the inseam. And width, and this is just stock compressed width. So I'm not stretching it. This is just the minimum width. Minimum width is, well, the waistline hold on. About 14.75 inches, compressed width, 14.75 inches. And then if I extend it out as much as I can, so if I stretch it out, your max width, is about 23 inches, maybe 22.75. All right, so they're on. I was able to put my recorder in my pocket. So yeah, really nice to have pockets now. And yeah, like around my thigh area, they feel perfectly fine. Around the leg area, there's plenty of room down there. And I mean, they're so long that you can't even really tell that they have compression at the ankles. So if you want to wear these with boots, you can, and probably still be able to show off the boots, but they will like fold up a lot right here. So I got the SL2s on, but it'll be interesting to see what they look like with the SL3s whenever those come in. And yeah, the waist is perfect. I mean, I have no complaints about the waist. Do I even have it tightened up? I don't think I do. Yeah, I have not compressed the waist at all. I haven't moved that thing at all. I haven't tied anything up. I just got the waist at its natural spot. I'm a 34 waist in most pants. And even then, I think I'm a little bit large, maybe more like a 33.5 in my waist. And I got a size 1, and they fit on me perfectly. When I was walking outside with these earlier today, they did tend to want to sag a little bit. So if I'm actually moving around, then yes, I may need to tighten them up a bit so that they actually stay on my waist. So they, in that sense, they do fit a little bit oversized as far as the waist goes. They definitely fit oversized as far as length goes, to the point where they are baggy, even for compressed joggers. But Yeezy's on a whole different type of styling type of styling guide. Their compressed stuff is like it's like most companies' baggy stuff. It's ridiculous. And I haven't even got the work denims yet. Maybe that's going to be a whole different feel and all that stuff. But as far as all of their fleece stuff goes, it's usually oversized. So something to keep in mind. But do I like these? I like the way that they look in black much better than I like the way they look in the lighter color. And that's something that I can't say for my heather gray joggers, which are more of a square cut and loose, and something that I especially can't even say for my size 2 Vultures pants. But overall, they are warm. I wore these outside, and it's super windy outside. It's around 40-something degrees, but the wind chill is like in the 30s. And these kept me perfectly warm. Like, no complaints, honestly. So they are definitely insulated, very nice for cold weather conditions. For prolonged cold weather conditions, like winter camping and stuff like that, I probably either layer up or go with something else that's meant for that. I don't think they're going to keep you warm for that long in that extreme of conditions, especially if it was raining. So definitely find whatever specialized clothing you need for that. But in my case, just going out every now and then to walk my dog or go to the cafe in the wintertime, they're comfortable for that. I think they go pretty well with the SL2s. And yeah, like I said earlier, excited to see how they go with the SL3s whenever they come in. But yeah, pretty sick, pretty stretchy. Um, I just don't know why I'm noticing the long john nature of them way more on this model than I am the other ones, but it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. They're a solid pair of joggers. And do I recommend them? Sure. If you want to try them out, don't pay $40 on YEEZY.com for them. I believe they're at right now, right? They're like $40 on the actual website right now, but they're like 20 on LAA. Interesting. I don't know. I got to confirm that. I'll put it on the screen whether or not that's correct or not. But anyway, thank you all for watching as always. This video has been dragged on for way too long, and more soon.